Okay. Okay. Good day to everyone. Thank you very much for coming again into this session of this Precise Trader live, August 16th, day being a Friday. And as usual, do take note of the risk disclosure. Day trading in foreign exchange is risky, and past results are not indicative of future. The content on this webinar is mainly educational purpose and use your information entirely at your own risk. And you must assess the risk of any trade before you put in your trade and put in your real money. Okay, the next thing also is please also take note of the ground rules. Okay, respect fellow attendees and the presenter. Mute your mic when the presenter is speaking. I mean, of course, we don't want to have, I mean, unless if you have a question, definitely we can pass the mic. I can ask, definitely we want to do that as we go on. But as of now, if you have any questions, then I suggest you type in under the chat so that everyone can see your questions, then we can address your questions. Okay, and also ask questions related to trading. Okay, another thing I also want to emphasize is, okay, please use this time as worthwhile and full utilizing this time, because the reason is, of course, we are taking a lot of effort and pride in doing this session, and we want it to be useful, okay, to each and everyone, so that we can benefit in the long run. And also for those of you who are looking this from the YouTube, okay, my apologies, you would not be able to ask questions, but the only way is you can register with us for the session and join in the session, so that we want it to be as interactive as possible, right? Okay, then Precise Trader, okay, we have been 30 years in the industry. Okay, there's a lot of knowledge and informations you can get from us. Okay, of course, like I'm just giving you like one example, like like you see, you need to have a plan before you put in your trade, and you must stick to the plan unless if you feel that the market is not the way you expected and is going beyond or against, then you have to take necessary action. But other than that, I think when you take a trade, even sometimes the market goes against your view or against your idea, just give some time for the trade to work its way out. Okay, as we go on, we would be sharing you all this so that you can get yourself get on track and have a proper plans. Okay, and to carry on with this, our system is a very unique system. Okay, what we are telling you is, see, I mean, we have been in the industry for 30 years. Okay, trust me, it's very, very, very difficult, especially when you look at the chart, and especially when you want to put in your trades, or stay away from the trades. It's not that easy, because the reason being is because controlling emotions is not going to be that easy, and you will be getting very tempted to put in the trade. And that's the reason why we have developed a system. Okay, the system would tell you what are the do's and don'ts, and what is to be expected, and how can we control the emotions to the max. Okay, so that is where we have developed the system, okay, whereby the system would tell you, okay, when to trade, where to trade, why trade, and so on and so forth. That means all the W's to you have on your trade decisions. Okay, we have a dashboard that is the most powerful tool, whereby it will give you entry, exit, stop loss. The trend map will tell you within minutes the trend directions on all the tools which you are going to trade, or which you are going to do it. And then we have a PT zones, whereby that gives you a bird's eye view of all the markets and with a different time frame, right? And also we have the strongest and weakest, that will tell you which cross to trade and whether, should we be putting in the trade, or should we wait, or should we proceed on, so on and so forth. Okay, and our signals are very unique. We have given like 5 types of signals, whereby they are split into scalping, day, news, momentum, and swing. So each and every signals would give you, okay, indirectly, it would also tell you your so-called your risk reward ratio. And especially if you are a trader, you need to tell yourself, or you need to ask yourself, what kind of trader you belong to. Okay, whether are you a conservative trader, or are you a aggressive trader. So all this, the reason why we are guiding you all this is because in the long run, okay, this would help you to stay put on the decisions, whether you want to take a loss, or whether you want to book your profit, you want to wait, all this, this would give you. And we also provide a strong backend support. Okay, what supports we provide? Okay, because see, like right now, this is we are just now only we are coming to public, to share with you our system and our tools. Okay, what we are planning to do in the long run is, okay, we are going to start a webinar whereby purely we are going to take trades. That means, like, we'll be taking trades, then we will be able to guide you how to control emotions, and how we can tell ourselves that, okay, when to close a trade, whether to book for a bigger profit, or whether to exit, so on and so forth. Okay, how we can do it is, because see, the trick is you need to know when the market is expected to turn. Okay, that is the first thing you need to know. That means, like, for instance, like, like we provide the boundaries for the trade, so that would give you a guidance that, okay, this is the maximum you can expect. Then of course you need to know the price action. Okay, the price action being uh, that means what is the direction. Okay, the difference between the trend and price action is, because like trend is, okay, we have to define on different time frame. Okay, because it's a bit tricky, because you need to define the trend on hourly, daily, weekly, monthly, so on and so forth, so you get a clear idea how the trend is, and whether this is going to go higher, or whether this is going to turn down, so on and so forth. Okay, the next thing you need to know is whether the market has made a reversal. Okay, these are two different things. See, one is you are going to see whether the market is going to turn, or whether the market is that is your projection. That means your expected levels. Okay, the next thing is to see whether the market has turned, or still got further strength to go. So that is another tricky level, and that is another tricky tool you need to know. Of course, we need to uh, look at the chart, and there are specific tools which we use, that we guide, so that you know whether the market has turned, or whether is not yet turned, or what is the turning level. All this. So we would be helping you to do this as to take this as a career. Okay, the next thing is, of course, the product we offered is, okay, we offer euro, pound, dollar, all the euro cross, all the majors and the crosses against each other. And we also provide for gold, silver, and all those futures and CFDs. Now they call it CFDs. If you are doing CFDs, then we do CFDs. If you are doing futures, then we can do it. Okay. Now we go into live trading. Okay, let me change the screen. And we need to know what is the data out tonight. Okay, tonight, okay, this is we have a building permits which is going to be out at 8:30 US, and 10 o'clock is going to be a prelim um, UM consumer sentiment. Okay, now what is going to happen is the market may respond to building permits. If the data is bad, probably the market may reverse. Otherwise, okay, let's say the market, if the data comes out to be as expected, then what is going to happen is we have to wait for the next data. Then the market may respond for that data. So today is a bit tricky trading. So what we are going to do is today is not going to be a news trading because we have two different datas. So of course, we can place a trade based on one data, but it would be good if the market doesn't respond, then you got to get yourself prepared for the next data. Okay, now the next thing what we want to do is, okay, we want to start doing, and what I would suggest is, of course, we would be using our spreadsheet, but if it would be good if you can take a piece of paper and pencil and write it down so that how you can look into the market based on our call. Then after that, how did the market respond to the uh, call? Okay, this would be like a pre-announcement and post-announcement. Okay, pre-announcement, okay, we get ourselves prepared. Okay, this is the thing, and how far can it go, and whether the market has made a turn, on so on and so forth. Okay, post announcement is after the market has the data came out like last Wednesday, In fact, the data was too good, and I think the gold did make a big drop. Okay, did make a big drop after the data was announced. So in fact, some crosses were responding, some were not responding. So on that note, I think we have to look at the market condition and the trend, price action, so on and so forth. Okay, now if you look at the strongest and weakest, in fact, dollar yen, this has been the strongest as of now. And if you want to trade the yen crosses, we look at dollar yen as number one, Swiss yen as number two, euro yen as number three, and euro yen as number three, and cat yen as number four. So this tool would tell you what or which is the best cross to trade now. Okay, we can trade on this cross. And if you look at dollar yen, since this is showing the strongest, okay, the tricky part is, okay, this market has already moved. So now we have already missed this opportunity. Okay, we have already missed this opportunity. So now we got to wait for the next opportunity, or if we are going in the direction of this trend, then we have to trade at a better levels. So in order to know that, okay, in order to know that, we need to know what is the boundary. Okay, this is the thing, that is where you need to get this information. So you can get the boundary, so at least you know that, okay, whether is it good to go in the direction as of now, since we have already missed this trade setup, or the next thing is we wait to try to enter at the extreme. Okay, that means should we go for a buy at a much lower level? So this is the thing we need to know, and we need to do our work to do that. So as of now, we can trade dollar yen, and this is the strongest. And we are going to do dollar yen and maybe euro yen. Now I change euro yen and Swiss yen. Okay. So now the next thing we need to do is we need to ask ourselves, okay, go into the dashboard and ask what is the trend map telling us on the dollar yen. So if you look at it, okay, right now this would give you a bird's eye view of what is happening in the market. And on the left is all the currencies, on top is all the time frames we are looking at. So when we look at dollar yen, okay, maybe let's say we put at the yen crosses. So the yen crosses is telling us the market is down. Okay, is down on the 2 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours, 12 hours, and daily is flat. Okay, then weekly is 0 is up. So in other words, weekly is up. So now our immediate time frame, this is we are seeing a selling force, and we are seeing we are seeing some corrections. Okay, now the answer lies here. So your 12 hours, okay, the 12 hours is down. So that means we need to know what is the 12 hours critical low. So that is what we call it a benchmark level. So that means as long as the 6 hours and 12 hours are pointing down, this is expected to go even lower, but this market, the boundary should be above the daily level. Okay, that means the daily level is the very important level. That means the previous day low. So the answer is, see, we are going to do in phase. I'm going to tell you how it's done. Then finally we look into the chart. Then we finally put in the trade. So we'll go slow and steady, because the reason is because we want you to understand the system. We want you to appreciate the system. Then finally we tally it with the chart. Okay, the next thing we need to know, okay, the answer now lies. Okay, I've already given you the answer. The selling force is going to continue until for another 3 hours minimum. Okay, another 3 hours minimum, and it can go to the max of until the end of the day, because your 12 hours is also highlighted. Okay, so the next answer is the 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 daily is flat, so the boundary is going to be your previous day low. So we need to get that figure, and we need to get the benchmark level, which is your 360 low and 720 low. Okay, so just take note and we write it down, then we will do it next. Okay, the next thing we do is, okay, we look at the PT zones. Okay, we look at the PT zones and see whether this gives us the same answer. Okay, the difference between the PT zones and the trend map is the trend map gives you the direction of the flow of the market and the direction of the trend. The PT zones will tell you where it's trading. That means what is the zone levels we are looking at, and see whether it's got further strength to go down, or whether it's giving you the same answer. So as of now, it looks like both are giving us the same answer. Okay, now we look at dollar yen. It's trading at S2. S2 means it's telling you that this is trading at support zone 2, and the daily is trading at S4. So if you notice, your current day is weak. That means the current day, just now, when we look at the trend map, this thing was not highlighted on the current day. But when we look at your previous day, this is trading above the R2. That means resistance zone 2. So now we have an answer. So that means even though the current day is down, your previous day is going to be a support. So now we have an answer that we got to look at your previous day and to get the boundary level. So now when we look at these two different tools, okay, now we are getting more or less, that means the trend is strong. That means we are expecting this price to go lower. Then the next thing is we need to know that the previous day is going to give us the boundary. So now we have got an answer. So now when we go into the dashboard, finally, we are good to go. Okay, so now we look at the dashboard on the current dashboard, and we change it to the daily, and maybe we change this also to yen. So what is going to happen is it will tell you all the levels where it's trading and what is the boundary, and now we can decide whether should we go in the direction of the flow, and if we go, then what would be your price target. So all the answers are given now. So now if you look at your boundary, your previous low is 14705, and current trading level is 14792, and current low is 90. So the answer I'm going to give you now is the boundary is going to be either 60, 40 or 14705. So these are the three levels that we need to know. And remember, I told you we need to know the benchmark level. Okay, the benchmark level means as long as the price is trading below that level, we are going to hold a sell. Okay, we are going to hold a sell. And if that level breaks, then we got to be careful. So that is what it means, the benchmark level. So I'm going to give you an answer. You see, benchmark level is a guidance whereby we use it as a referral level, and boundary is the level whereby we look for the maximum so we can get out of that trade. So now our boundary is going to be 47.40 or 47.60. That means in the event we are going to go for a sell, we got to exit before these three levels, and these three are going to be your price target. So I suggest you take a piece of paper, write it down, and the target, the boundary is going to be 147.40, 147.60, and 147.05. And when we look at your previous day, okay, previous day is very far apart, so I think we won't be able to use that. So now the benchmark level, I need to give you a benchmark level. So the benchmark level is, if you are going to do, since your 360 is you remember that early on your 360 and 720 is what is telling you a sell. So then we need to use this level as our benchmark level. So now you got an answer. So the benchmark level is, I would be holding a sell. Okay, I'll be holding a sell as long as the price is below 48.30, 48.50 and 48.65. So this is a key level for this sell to continue. So you have written down, huh? You take a piece of paper. The boundary is going to be 147.40, 147.60. Maybe I'll tell in that order, ascending order. So 47.60, 47.40 and 47.05. That means I got to exit my trade before that level. Then my benchmark level is, I should be selling near 48.30 and 48.50, because 48.30 there is a strong resistance now, so we can sell at 48.30 or 48.50, but my stop has to be 48.65 or 48.80. That means 70 or 80. Okay, so now I'm going to give you an answer. So we are going to go for a sell on this trade at 48.30. Okay, this is going to be your sell call. So if you are going to be an aggressive trader, if you call yourself an aggressive trader, then you sell at 48.30. And if you are a conservative trader, then you try to sell at 50. Your stop loss is fixed. Either you put at 70 or 80. So this is depending on your where you stand, whether you are a conservative trader or aggressive trader. So now we got to put in the trade at selling at 30 or 50. The final answer I'll be giving you when I confirm with the chart. Okay, so not to worry on that, right? So we are trying to sell at 48.30 for aggressive trader. Conservative trader is 48 half, then stop at 48.80. Okay, so maybe I think let me maybe the finally I think I'll give it on the spreadsheet. Okay, now let me confirm with the chart, then we are good to go on this trade. Okay, this is a dollar yen. Sorry, that is a pound. Okay, let me change the dollar yen. Okay, so now you saw the weekly is up. So this is the thing, whatever you see on the system, you can tally it with the chart. And remember, I told you that your support is going to be 47.05. So this is the 47.05. And remember that 47.40 and 47.60. So this is 47.60. This is your previous high, and 40 is somewhere your previous day opening. So what you see on the system and what you see on the chart tallies. That means this is a is working and is synchronized. So this is in the rhythmic mode. So we can follow the next thing. So the next thing, when I look at your 360, remember our level was the benchmark level is 38.65. So your 38.65, sorry, 48.65 is this level what we are looking at. That means your previous low. So your previous low is 48.65. So as long as this level, I am still good to go for a sell. And we got to exit before 47.60 and 40 and this. Okay, so all this tallies. Okay, now we are going to go for a final entry point. So now when you look at your final entry point, you have to scroll down to see what is your minimum time belt we can look at. So right now the market is trading 11 minutes past 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. So we are already into the 15-minute. So when we look at this, so we can sell at 14815. Okay, 14815. And if I look at a 30-minute chart, it's also giving me the same answer. So now remember, we got to sell at 48, 30 and 50. So when I look at the chart, so now I have decided to lower it to 48.15, and I would have another entry to sell at 48.30, and the stop is all the same. Okay, now let me let me go to the spreadsheet and give you a final trade setup. Okay, but I definitely want to exit before 47.60. Yeah. Okay, now let me share the thing. Okay, so now we are going to do dollar yen. Okay, dollar yen. Okay, this price action. Remember the trend. This is trend is down on the hourly. So this is down on the hourly. So you can just fill it up. And price action is also down. Okay, the boundary. Remember the boundary is 147, 60, 40 and 05. So that means I got to exit before that. So the stop loss is 48.75. Okay, we put it at 75 or 80. And the target, okay, since I'm going for a sell, my target would be 47.65. Okay, this is what I want to exit. So this is dollar yen. Okay, order type. Okay, I'm going to do two entries. Okay, one is a limit sell. Okay, the lot size I'll be going in. I leave it to you whether you want to go half lot or one lot. And the entry level is 48.15. Okay, for this, the stop loss is 48.75 and exit 47.65. Okay, this is for aggressive traders. And I decide to close this trade. Okay, that means this trade I want to get it filled before the news is out. Since if you feel, since the data is out, okay, I'll let you decide. Okay, if you feel you don't want to enter this, then you enter the next level at 48.30. Okay, since we have 30. Okay, maybe I think to play safe, I think we don't want to do this today as a news trading. So probably we put at 30, then stop at 48.75 and put this. I mean, of course, if you want to be an aggressive trader, then you go for a 48.15 as a selling trade. Okay. So we'll wait for the data. Then we'll see, like as I told you, today is not going to be a news trading because we have one more data that is going to be out at another 1.5 hours. So I think the market may not respond here, or it may respond. Okay, but we have to take a trade. Okay, the next thing what I want to do is, okay, maybe I think gold is something which I want to look at, because gold is really moving a big moves here and now. So right now it's trading at 2472. Okay, now let's do the gold, just a quick one, then we'll do, then we will see. Okay, let me share the screen. Yeah, I'm going to do the same process, so at least you try to understand the system, and you try to appreciate the system. Okay, I think I did show you the so-called the levels all tallies. That means with the chart, so you can just comfortably put in your trade. Okay, now you see here gold is a bit tricky. Right now you see here the trend map is telling you your 2 hours. Okay, right now the zero is flat. Okay, 2 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours, 12 hours is flat. Your daily is up. Okay, yesterday was flat and today is up. That means it's telling you that the market is trading above your previous day high. And if I'm not mistaken, I think your previous day high was 69 half. That means 2469 half. So this is correct, and this is trading above your previous week high. You see all the answers you see. That means you instead of you running through the chart individually, this one look at it, it gives you a bird's eye view. And in fact, it's trading above the quarterly high. That means, see, all this you would not be able to see the chart unless you change your different time frame. So here is even the quarterly is up, but your monthly is flat. So it's giving you all the answers. Okay, now how do I trade? So now here, since yesterday was flat and today is up, okay, and the previous week is flat and this week is up, and today we are trading into the final trading day of the week. So this is going to be a make or break scenario. Okay, this is what we call a make or break scenario. That means if it breaks, it's going to go. I mean, sorry, if it makes, then it's going to break and go higher. If it fails, then it's going to fail. So this is the scenario we are getting here. Okay, so this is the thing you need to understand first. Okay, now we look at the trend map. Sorry, PT zones. So when we look at the PT zones, your current 360 is flat, but is trading on the daily at resistance zone level 4. Okay, current week is also up. Previous 360 is also up. Previous day is also up, and all are green. So that means the strength is there. But the only thing is whether is it be able to break the previous high. If it breaks, then it's going to go higher. If not, then it's going to fail. Okay, so this is the thing. So now what we need to know is your benchmark level and your boundary level. So this is the key level we need to know. Remember, these are the two levels. So your boundary is going to be, I'll give you the boundary level based on the dashboard. So right now it's trading at RC4. Okay, so this is going to be a boundary is going to be most likely RR5. Okay, the one we will go to the dashboard, then we will get a correct answer, right? So then the benchmark level, the key level, the benchmark. See, the benchmark level is, what do we mean by benchmark level? Is that means if that level is not going to hold, then it's going to be a failure. So the benchmark level is 2469.5, which is yesterday's high, because this is trading above the yesterday's level. Okay, let me change the dashboard, then give you a confirm answer. Okay, now you see here it's trading at 24718. Okay, the key level, okay, that means the benchmark level is 2470. As long as the 2470, the market is trading above this level, price is expected to go higher. But on the other hand, 2477 half is very critical. If it breaks, then it's going to go higher, or the market may fail at this level. So this is the level you need to write it down. So now the boundary, what we can say is this is also we can take as a benchmark level on the high end. That means, if it breaks this level, it's going to go higher towards uh, 85 or 89 or even 95. Okay, so that means this is going to be a very big move if this level breaks. But on the other hand, if this level breaks, that if this level holds, that 2477 half holds, and the 2470 breaks, then this is price is going to go lower. Okay, so let me give you a confirm final answer, then I'll tell it with the chart, then we can put in this trade. Okay, now this is trading at 247272 half. Okay, now the situation is if the 65 breaks, okay, this is where the key issue is. That means if the 65 breaks, this market is going to be a failure. It's going to come down towards 58 or 57 half or 52 half or even 46. But on the other hand, if the 72 and 74, 77, 80 breaks, then we may see higher. Okay, so this is the situation now. The data comes in, and most likely, okay, I mean, if you ask me which side you want me to stay, most likely I would be betting that this is going to be a failure, because this is, in fact, 2-3 times this market tested this level and failed. So chances are we may get a failure again one more time. And usually when 2-3 times fails, unless, I mean, of course, if it breaks, then it's going to be a big move up. So we have to play by the rules and what we see on the market. So I repeat, write down the 2477 2480 is a key level on the high side, and 2468 and 2465, these are the key level on the downside. Okay, let me go to the chart, then I'll give you a final answer. So this is gold. So right now, if you look at it, okay, all this you see on the system is all reflected here, So this is the 77 half, and in fact, it tested once, twice, 3 times, and right now is testing here. So right now there is a possibility, even if it breaks that level, there is a possibility that the market may go higher and may fail, anywhere about this level. So chances are this is what we call it a make or break scenario. I don't know whether the data is going to be for tonight. Is going to do this break. Okay, the next thing is on the downside. Remember, we said that the 68 is this level and 65 is this level. So if this two level breaks, then there is a very high chance that this is a failure and the price is going to fall. So this is going to be a bit tricky tonight. Okay, those people who are trading gold, you got to get yourself prepared for either scenario. Okay, either scenario, and you do. Okay, so now how do I tabulate and how do I trade this? Because at end of the day, we got to get ourselves prepared and we got to stick to one side to do a trade. So this is, in fact, the price action, I would say, I wouldn't say is up. I would say is a limited up, limited up. So chances are that the price is going to make a break, then fail. The same thing for the trend, I would also say either it's a make or break or limited up. Okay. The boundary here, okay, this is where we need to be very careful. Okay. The boundary here, this is going to be 1477 half, 1480 half, 83 half. These are the key levels. If this level, sorry, not one, sorry, it's a typo error. Two, 2477, two, because we do with too many instruments, sometimes we get messed with the numbers. So these are the key levels for us to take note. If this level breaks, then chances are it's going to go higher. If it doesn't, then it's going to be a failure. Then on the other hand, 2468 and 2465 are important level to take note. So if that level breaks, then we see the lower. So now, how are we going to trade? So the way how you want me to trade, okay, if you ask me, I would be going for a limit sell. Sorry. Okay, limit sell at 2477 or 2475, whichever you feel. If you are an aggressive trader, then you go for 2475 sell. Okay, if you are a conservative trader, then you sell at 2477. Okay, the stop loss, we put it as 2481 half. Okay, and the target here we are looking at is 2458, 2453. Okay, these are the key levels we are looking at. And the condition is, uh, we need to see the 68 and 65 break. Okay, so we are trying to sell that level. Then you take note that whether that the 65 or 68 breaks, then we may see the price moving lower. Okay, now the data is going to be out in 2 minutes. Okay, in 2 minutes. Okay, and this is this data. I don't know whether it is going to have a much very big impact, or whether it's going to stay soft or wait for the next data. The one we wouldn't know. So now this is the trade setup we want to give, and we would see what happens after the data is out. Right? We have another 50 seconds to go. Okay, we have another 50 seconds to go. So we want to sell. Okay, if you feel if you are a conservative trader, then probably I would say you sell at 77 and put about $4 away as your stop loss. Okay, 30 seconds to go. Okay, sorry, let me change the data. Okay, I think okay. So I'm not sure. That's why I said I'm not sure whether this market is going to respond for tonight's data. I mean, not this data. See, the data is a bit bad. So the chances are it may respond, or it may wait for the next data, which is at 10 o'clock. Okay, building permits is 1.4 million compared to forecast 1.43, and housing starts is about 1.24 compared to 1.34. Okay, so let's see. Let's see whether the market is responding. Okay, the dollar yen I think is still moving. In fact, I think the dollar yen, I think we should have sold at 48.15. Let me see whether we got that price. Yeah, I think even if we put at 48.15 also, I think we wouldn't have got that trade. So we can still, I mean, we can still wholesale, we can still wholesale, and the time expiry we are giving for this trade is until another 2.5 hours. So that means um, before 11 p.m. Singapore time. So the thing, how we are going to trade this is, we have given you the call, like we want to sell wholesale, and price target is 47.65 or 40, 40 or 47.65. We want to exit. We don't want to go really too far away from the boundary, right? So then we want to put a stop. So, and then we let this trade. So the another thing what I want to emphasize is, see, when we look at the market, normally we can, looking at the tools, I mean the chart, we are able to identify whether the market has made a turn or not yet. Okay, I mean, of course, that one we have to uh, 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 give you all training on that part. So as of now, we feel that, okay, this market has not see, the dollar yen is drop. I think we are right on this. I think it dropped to 47.70. Okay, 47.70. Okay, so I think the gold, if you are trying to sell, I think the market is already filled. Gold is filling, so we got to wait for the market to turn, because we are betting that the high is going to hold, right? So let me share that screen. So what we are looking for is we expect the high to hold. Okay, if we are right, the 68 and 65 has to break. So if this two happens, then we are right, and we want to stay in this trade, and we want to lock profit. But on the other hand, if let's say we get stopped out, okay, let's say we get stopped out, then we got to wait and see whether that 83, 80 half, 83, the market is able to clear that level, because that is a very important level. So that is where we call a make or breaks levels. So if that level breaks, then we may see higher. Otherwise, it's going to be a failure again. So we got to look at and trade the market as what we see on the market. Okay. Okay. So now, I think with that, if you have any questions, I can attend your questions. If not, I'm looking forward to see you again next week. Monday, August 19th, we'll be giving you a weekly outlook. Wednesday is live trading, and Friday is next Friday. So same timing, and hope to see you again, with a bigger group, and just try to understand the system, understand the way which we are doing things. So then at least you can trade with confidence. With confidence, with proper plan. So everything, so that's the thing you got to take note. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. Have a great weekend, and see you again next week. Till then, goodbye. Thanks. Bye.